Hi, everybody. Welcome to a Quickie with Miss B. Today's Monday.
That fits. That fits good, actually.
I lost my thought. I'm like, where are we? What day? I don't even know what time zone I'm in
Welcome
anymore.
to, I don't know, is it Monday? It must be Monday. Look what's happening to me.
Well, this week we're going to talk about these funny, unanswerable questions. Well, maybe they're not unanswerable, but they'd be very hard to answer. Let's put it that way. So I just got a list here of random questions. I thought we'd throw them out there and have fun with them and see what happens. So here's the first one for Monday. Are eyebrows considered facial hair?
Well, I mean, I think that would depend. If you're a woman and a guy goes, wow, you got a lot of facial hair there, they'd be pissed off and they went, what are you talking about? You know, the eyelashes, the eyebrows, you got a lot of facial hair. Women wouldn't tolerate that. They'd be like slapping you around. I think it all depends on who you're talking to. I mean, if there's a guy who's bald, if there's a man who's bald, and a woman goes, boy, you have a lot of facial hair. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to, a guy with big bushy eyebrows doing the comb over, combing back. Yeah. Full head of hair. I like them eyebrows. I think it depends.
I don't know. Because there's some women that wax their eyebrows off completely and then just draw them in with those pencil makeup things.
Yeah. That one I don't. Now that for all the women, no, for all the women out there, I'm a male. So let me ask the obvious question. Okay. I understand you took your eyebrows out because you didn't like them, but doesn't that scream second guessing when you go, oh my, I'm going to rip them all out. And they rip them all out and they go, all right, I better draw them back on now. And you're like, wait. You ripped them out, second guessed yourself, and drew them back on. But what happens in 3 weeks? She goes, you know what? What? I'm going to rip them out again. You go, well, then don't second guess yourself. Own it, sweetheart. Own it. Go eyebrowless. They don't. What do? They go, rip. They go, yeah, again, bad idea. Let me draw those back on. You're like, how many times? This is a vicious circle. You tear them all out, then you draw them back on. Then you tear them all out, and then you draw them back on. So there's an unanswerable question. Ladies, for the love of God, why do you second guess yourself? I want to see you women own it.
You can't say that you have facial hair if you rip them out and you don't have anything.
That's right.
Even if you put the fake ones back on, it's like it's like.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a woman. I want to see a woman pluck all the eyebrows out, get them all out of there, right? But then I want you to take the eyelashes and put them there.
Some fake eyelashes.
I want those great big I want you to have those Bambi eyes. Have the great big old eyes sticking right on out of your head like that. That's what I want. I would glue them puppies right on there. You girls glue them on. Glue them puppies right on there. That's what I want to see. And you can change your mood by turning them down or turning them up. That's what I want. Own it, ladies. Own it. Own it. The whole second guessing doesn't make any sense. I'm going to rip these things out. I'm tired of them. They're all bushy. You're like, okay, well, I better draw those back on. Hang on a second. Okay. And then they do that every 2 months. They do that. You're like, why don't you just stick with it? What do you
Oh,
mean?
that's
Stay with
that's
it.
like
Stick
the
with it.
biggest thing now. I think in the year for the 2020s is going to be for women in the makeup thing. The focal point is going to be the eyebrows, because it seems to me like everybody's either trimming them or waxing them, removing them partially, all the way, putting the pencil eyebrow on there, drawing them back in. It's like, why are we so obsessed with eyebrows?
I don't know. But I mean, if you're gonna, if you're going to take off some to make them shape the way you like them, I'm with you. I got it. I like that. Good. But it's the whole duct tape on, rip them right out, and then you go, let me draw those back on. You're like, well, hold on a minute. Why would you rip them out and then draw them back on? You already had them. See, that's the part. See, it's not thrifty. See, it's not thrifty. Okay, if you've got the eyebrows and you pay some chick $40 to rip them out, and then you got to buy a pencil and draw them back on. How did that? That's so unthrifty. Why don't you just have them plucked and shaped so they're the way you want them? But then you get to reuse those. See, you get to reuse your eyebrows. Why do you have them ripped out and then draw them back on?
Some people don't like the shape of their eyebrows. That's why they rip the whole thing or wax the whole thing off. I'm just saying.
And the other thing is what's with the whole wax thing? Because it isn't wax.
The eyebrows?
Yeah, it's not wax. I actually had someone tell me it's not wax. Do
Well,
you know what a hot glue gun is? That's what it is. That's what it is.
So you mean to tell me I could go downstairs
if you melted wax,
if you melted
a candle, and you spread the candle on your arm and you put a piece of paper over that and you pulled, you know what happened? Nothing. You pull the wax. You've gotten wax on your finger before and it popped right off. Did it stick and rip the hair out of you? No. That's because they just call it wax. But it's not wax. It's the glue. They put it on your They put it on your body and they lay that paper on and it glues your hair to that paper. And then they go, you ready? Are you ready? Tell me how much you love me now. And they rip it right off. And it just takes everything with it. Your glue, it's glue. It glues right to it. When you pull it, you have to rip that off your skin because it's glued to you. And when it comes off your skin, it takes everything with it. It's an adhesive.
Might as well just use duct tape.
Well, to me, it makes a lot more sense. At least the duct tape's not hot. I'm always wondering, why do you girls go, now here's my best part. Are you ready for this? Why do you girls walk into a place and go, how are you doing? I'm going to sit in these stirrups. And you go ahead and get that hot glue gun stuff and rub it all over me. I'm just going to sit here. And then you can go ahead and just, and I'll be like, okay, I'll be back next week. $40, sure thing. Here you go. You're like, oh my God. But guess what? I'm not joking. I just learned this too. There are boys that go in there that are creepy. Mm-hmm.
And get that done?
And the girls, even though they have gloves on, have to, maneuver things. I think I said that appropriately. Yeah, I think I said that appropriately. The girls are required. These are creepy guys that go, it's all girls working there? I go, yeah, I want to get done. You go, what? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and have myself taken care of.
It's going to go get some manscaping.
Yeah, and so the gal has to apparently work with the wedding tackle. Apparently she's got to, move things around. I got to get up underneath here. I got to get the undercarriage, and I'm going to have to, hey, how you doing? Can you hang over there for a minute? Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Wow.
Well, isn't there hair on the?
Yeah.
Round things.
The undercarriage.
The
undercarriage.
Round things. to get
the undercarriage, would it hurt to put a whole bunch of hot glue on there and then rip it right? Why, I'm glad you asked, because I can guarantee you I haven't had it done. And the reason why is because I wouldn't want to go through that pain. Plus, I can't imagine going, how are you doing? How's the kids? Yeah, good. There you go. Tear into it. What?
And on that note, we need to go get an Advil. Back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to A Quickie with Miss B. If you missed the first half of the episode, please go back and listen.
Yeah.
Because,
remember.
Eyebrows.
Well, those weren't eyebrows at the end. But.
That was Franks and Beans. Just for you, Amy and Sherry with one R.
Yeah.
So here's some more of these funny questions. Do you yawn in your sleep?
Well, how would you know?
How would you know? You're sleeping. Hey,
I guess you're
watch me sleep and make sure I don't yawn, or if I do,
I guess your significant. I guess your significant other could go. You were yawning. But what if you were having a dream and you were actually mimicking the dream? In the dream you were yawning. So I really wasn't yawning. I was just doing what I was doing in the dream. You know. That's just I don't know.
This one I thought was funny too. Do they have the word dictionary in the dictionary?
I always wish the dictionary had interesting, different ways of saying something. You know, like a dictatorship. You know,
yeah.
You can say it like dictatorship, or you could use a different type of thing, like a penis spud boat. People go, what? A penis spud boat. You know, penis, dick, spud, tater, boat, ship. Get it? It's a penis spud boat. You like that one?
That's like a Richard Cranium.
What is this? Some kind of penis spud boat? What's going on around here? That one got you, huh?
Okay.
You can just see someone standing at a podium going, this is a democracy. This isn't some kind of penis spud boat here, people, all right? We got to behave.
Okay. If a bunch of cats jumped on top of each other, is it still called a dog pile?
Ooh, I like that. I always wonder why they call it a dog pile anyways. Have you ever seen a bunch of dogs jump on top of each other? I haven't.
I haven't. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, it's like dog pile, like dogs they're going to get aggressive if another dog gets on top of them. I don't see like 25 dogs all going, you know what, dog pile. I just don't picture that.
Here is a good one too. If you're driving a federal-owned car and you run a stop sign, is it considered a felony?
Interesting.
Can you imagine if you're driving a federal car and you get pulled over because you ran a stop sign?
Can you imagine that cop going? Can you imagine that cop going? Listen, this is a federally licensed vehicle, so unfortunately, I have to be the first one to tell you that this is a felony. So I'm going to need to have you get out, put your hands on the hubcap, and stay there. You were like, Wait a minute. What? Hold on. What was that? I'm sorry, and a ticket's usually what I do if I do. Wait, what's with the hubcap? Out of the car. Hands on the hubcap. Okay.
Can you imagine if you're in prison and some guy comes up to you and says, "What are you in for?" "I ran a stop sign."
You go, really? That much? What happened? I was driving a federal. Oh, Fed car. Yeah,
Oh, Fed car. Yeah.
Yeah, Victor was in here for 15 years for that. Yeah. He ran a stoplight. I mean, yeah, they threw the book at him.
That's an interesting question, though. If it is considered a felony, then how many years would you actually get?
I don't know. I wouldn't drive a federal car. Then I can guarantee you that. They'd be like, license and registration. I don't know. Ask Obama. It's his car.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that's so funny.
I'm just driving it. It's not mine. I mean, I think your boss owns. There's a good one. License and registration. Call your boss. Why? He owns the car. He's like, my boss doesn't own this car. Yeah, it does. Who do you work for? State? Yeah, state owns this car. So you might want to call them because this is their car. I'm just driving. The reason I'm driving is they told me to drive. You know how they told you to drive that one? Yeah. Okay, but they told me to drive this one. So license and registration, dude, that's on them. Proof of insurance, also on them. You got to call your boss. You want to give me a ticket for going too fast or too slow? That's fine. But the whole license and registration, call your boss. That's on him, not me.
And on that note, we need to be done.
We were done a while ago.